Hey guys, we're really doing it! It's Spoot with Fort Misery Gaming. We have a non-collab banner coming out in the middle of a collab, so... yeah, I mean, sure. So it is the Little Mermaid Crusher Minstrel Dorothy duo banner, which is actually not awful. Timing's a little rough. Obviously, they have very collectible assets in this particular manner, so we're very excited. They are beach outfits, so that'll work out. So we'll go into Little Mermaid Crusher first. She's got your standard. She gets 700 physical attack, and then a little bit of extra HP and physical defense with an Arcana. Remember that, with an Arcana. Nothing really special other than, I mean, I guess if you're into this sort of thing, and I am, you have there are benefits here. We've got the Minstrel Dorothy. The only thing I don't generally like about Minstrel Arcanas in general is it's just HP, and you don't really need that much HP. Even with grid swap coming, you're not going to get hit that much. So this one kind of gives you a split among all the stats. You get 100 of each, so not a ton of usefulness in getting the class. But if you went deep, if you went really deep on the spec banners, you should have enough to grab if you need it. The weapons are where this gets kind of exciting. So the Ukulele of Exploration, this is Dorothy's weapon. It is a roar effect magical attack buff. At 80, it has 4960. During Calo, it has a tier 4 magic attack up with a 1.5 effect when at disadvantage. You also have a fixed chance to increase magical attack of one member of the Vanguard by a small amount while you're supporting. Kind of like Heatwave, this is pretty wild. You definitely want to get a hand on these just because when at a disadvantage, the buffs on these are crazy. Like the last day of our GC matches, I got almost 12 off of Heatwave with 3 support boon 2 procs, so absolutely insane. So these are very powerful. The stats on it are mediocre unless you can max limit break it. So if that's your thing, 6,300 stats is decent, if not a slightly above average for a 17 cost weapon. But as soon as this comes out, I'm just straight pitying mine. So we also have the Iron Ball of Sorrow. So this is actually a debuff weapon, which is pretty good. So 1.5 targets, 5,100 stats at 80, and you have a chance to decrease physical attack and magical attack by a small amount. It is a Dauntless Courage 1 weapon. Obviously not DC 2, but the debuff adds up quickly, especially if you have more than one Crusher on your team with this go and run. So, I don't know if you would really go for the hammer. I guess if you didn't get the spec banner one, this would be your fallback. Staff of Divine Winds, this is where it gets pretty good. 5,200 stats at level 80 on L, pretty decent. It has a 1.5 target and a physical attack buff by a small amount. We're going to start seeing a lot more of these where they actually touch stats, not just heals. But recovery support too. So if you didn't get anything off of your spec banners and you got the pitiable stuff, you might want to snag this one if it pops up. These are 2 target, 1.5 target recovery supports. You shouldn't have too many single target stabs. Free to play wise, this is a pretty good stick. I still think the one from So I Turned Into a Slime is slightly better, just because of the stats. But they're both water sticks, so I don't know. And then we have the Sword of Flooding. This is a Replenish Magic 2, eventually LL sword. So this is one of our, I believe this is our first one, isn't it? So, this one's got a tier 3 single target attack, but it actually is a combo count increaser, so it's a +5 on a sword for combo. 5,200 stats at level 80, pretty good stats. The physical attack, it has a lot of magical attack on it, so I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's got 1,800 physical attack, which is a little high for a 17 cost. This is decent. If you are a breaker, consider grabbing this. Having a Vanguard with a combo increaser outside of Halua Head or the bow is very strong. And you guys didn't really get anything off the spec banner, so if you were saving, now's the time. All right, that's it. These are really, really good. I will have a event review coming out tomorrow, most likely. It has been a very, very big day, so I'm recording it and then getting it pushed out and scheduled for tomorrow. So like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to keep up with us. Tell you how your pulls are going. Tell us what's going on in your life. How's everybody doing? Is everybody okay? I always worry about you guys. Not like I think something's wrong. I just, you know, you guys watch us. I feel invested in most of your well-beings. So I hope everything's going okay.